Good morning. I am Lakshmipathy MG, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government First Grade College, Madhugiri, Tumkur District, Karnataka State. My title is Financial Accounting 2. I am covering now session number 48. The topic covered branch accounting. Under this branch accounting, I am working the problems on dependent branches by using the debtor system method. Debtor system method. So under this system, under the debtor system, the head office treats the branch office as a debtor. At the end of the accounting period, the head office prepares a branch account to ascertain the profit or loss of the branch. The assets and liabilities of the branch at the beginning of the accounting year is treated as given by the head office, and those at the end of the year is treated as returned by the branch to the head office. There are two types of goods are sent by the head office to branch at cost price, and another one is invoice price. So when the head office sends goods to the branch at cost price, then that time we are debiting the opening assets, debiting the goods sent to branch account with the cost price of goods sent by the head office to the branch, and debiting the bank account with the amount of branch expenses met by head office, and debiting the closing liabilities with the value of liabilities at the branch at the end of the accounting period, and crediting the opening liabilities with the value of liabilities at the branch at the beginning of the accounting period, and crediting the bank account with the remittance made by the branch to head office out of collections from debtors, cash sales, and other receipts, and crediting goods sent to branch account, that is with the cost price of goods returned by the branch to head office, and crediting the closing assets with the value of assets at the branch at the end of the accounting period. So the debits, the difference is either on debit side is the profit, or either on credit side is the loss. Profit or loss transferred to general profit and loss account. Dear students, the value of fixed assets at the end of the accounting period must be shown after adjusting the depreciation. For ascertaining any missing information about branch debtors like opening balance or collection from debtors or closing balance of debtors, a memorandum debtors account must be prepared. For ascertaining any missing information about branch creditors like opening balance or payment to creditors or closing balance of creditors, a memorandum creditors account must be prepared. So for ascertaining any missing information about branch bills receivable like opening balance of BR, collection from BR, or closing balance of BR, a memorandum bills receivable account must be prepared. For ascertaining any missing information regarding branch bills payable like opening or payment to bills payable or closing balance of BP, a memorandum bills payable account must be prepared. And finally, for ascertaining any missing information about the branch cash and bank balance like opening or collection and remittance of the branch or closing bank balance, a memorandum cash or bank account must be prepared. So these type of very important notes to be kept in mind before solving the problem. I am taking the problem number 1. Maharaja Associates Bangalore is having its branch in Surat. So goods are invoiced to branch at cost. Branch has been instructed to send cash daily to the head office. All the expenses of the branch are paid by the head office except petty expenses which are met by branch. From the following information, particulars, prepare branch account in the books of Maharaja Associates, Bangalore. Balance on 1/4/2013, stock in hand at branch 24,000, sundry debtors at branch 18,000, petty cash in hand at branch 800, office furniture at branch 2,400, outstanding salary of the branch 400. So insurance of the branch prepaid up to 30th 6 2013 rupees 400. Write off 10% depreciation on office furniture. So transactions for the year ended 31/3/2014. Year goods sent to branch 1,28,000. Goods returned to HO from branch 1,600. Goods returned by customers 960. Cash received from customers 60,000. Cash sales 1 lakh. Credit sales 60,000. Discount allowed to debtor 600. Payment for the branch made by the head office, salary and rent paid is equal to 4,000 and 3,600 respectively. So insurance for 1 year paid up to 30th 6 2014 1,600. Petty expenses paid by the branch 560. Stock at branch on 31/3/2014 rupees 20,000. Rent still owing or due rupees 200. So based on this information, so in this problem, opening balance of debtors account is not given. So first we prepare memorandum branch debtors account to find out the opening balance. First we credit by cash account received from debtor 60,000 and credit discount allowed 600 and credit sales returns 960 and credit the balance carry down, that is closing balance 16,440 and debit the credit sales 60,000 and count that total from credit side is 78,000 is more than the debit side. The difference is called 18,000 is balancing figure. That balancing figure we call it opening balance. So what purpose we prepare branch debtors account to find out the missing information like either opening or closing or collection from debtors is very important. Next, we prepare ledger accounts in the books of Amar Associates Head Office, Surat Branch Company for the year ended 31/3/2014. First we debit the branch stock account of 24,000, to debit the branch sundry debtors 18,000, debit the branch petty cash 800, debit the branch office furniture 2,400, debit the branch prepaid insurance 400. These are the opening assets, these are the opening value or we are debited. And then next crediting the opening liabilities like branch outstanding salary is only 400 and again debit to goods sent to account, that is with the cost price of goods sent by the head office to branch is 1,28,000 and credit the bank account with the remittance made by the branch to head office. Head office is cash sales 1 lakh, cash received from debtors 60,000 and crediting the goods sent to branch, that is returns, is 1,600. Next, debit the bank account head office with the amount of branch expenses met by the head office: salary 4,000, rent 3,600, insurance 1,600, total 9,200. And credit the uh, closing assets: branch stock account 20,000, branch sundry debtors 16,440, branch petty cash 240, branch office furniture one is adjustment is there 2,400, and 10% depreciation is 240, total 2,160. And branch prepaid insurance is given in the problem, so up to 3 months is extra. 1,600 into 3 by 12 is equal to 400 rupees extra prepaid will be adjusted. And credit and debit the closing liabilities like outstanding rent only 200, and the credit side total is 2,01,240, and the debit side difference is 18,240 is treated as balancing figure. That balancing figure is called a general profit and loss account. And calculation of closing petty cash: opening balance of petty cash 800, add petty cash sent by HO dash 800 less petty expenses at the branch 560, and closing petty cash is 240. So I am taking another second problem. The Madhugiri Trading Company invoiced goods to its Pavagada branch at cost price. The following is the summary of transactions entered into branch during the year ended 31/3/2015. Stock on 1/4/2014 35,000, debtors on 1/4/2014 63,000, petty cash on 1/4/2014 1,000, goods sent from head office 1,30,000, goods returned to HO 5,000, cash sales 87,500, credit sales 1,39,500, allowances to customer 1,000, discount to customer 7,000, and bad debts 3,000, goods returned by customers 2,500, and a check sent by head office for expenses: salary 31,000, rent 6,000, sundry expenses 4,000, total 41,000 amount transferred by head office to branch by check. Cash received from debtors 1,42,500, stock on 31/3/2015 32,500, debtors on 31/3/2015 49,000, petty cash on 31/3/2015 500. The question is, prepare branch account in the books of head office and also total debtors account. So based on the information, first we prepare branch memorandum debtors account. First we debit the balance brought down 63,000 and credit the cash account that is received from debtors 1,42,500 and credit discount 7,000, credit the bad debts to 3,000 and credit the allowances to customer 1,000 and credit the balance carried on 49,000, and credit sales is debit the credit sales 1,39,500. The total is 2,02,500. Next we prepare in the books of head office Pavagada branch account for the year ended 31/3/2016. First we debit the opening assets like branch stock account 35,000, branch petty cash 1,000, branch debtor 63,000, goods sent. These are the assets to be, and debit goods sent to branch account 1,30,000 is given. Debit the bank account rent, salary and sundry expenses, total 41,000 to be debited, and credit the goods sent to branch account, that is returns by branch to head office 5,000, and credit bank account in the form of cash sales and collection from debtors is 87,500 plus 1,42,500 is 2,30,000, and closing credit the closing assets like branch stock account, branch petty cash, and branch debtors 32,500 and 500 and 49,000. The total credit side is 3,17,000 and the difference is called 47,000. 47,000 is treated as a profit. That profit to be transferred to general P&L account. So try yourself from the following particulars relating to Patna branch for the year ended 31/3/2015. Prepare branch account in the books of head office. Stock on 1/4/2015 1,78,000. Debtors on 1/4/2015 94,000. Petty cash on 1/4/2015 400. Goods sent to branch 5,68,000. Goods returned by the branch 16,000. Cash sales during the year 3,16,000. Credit sales during the year 8,08,000. Cash received from debtors 7,58,000. So cash sent to branch for expenses: rent 40,000, salary 1,20,000, petty cash 20,000, and stock at branch on 31/3/2016 1,08,000, petty cash at branch on 31/3/2016 600. So based on the information, prepare branch account in the books of head office. So that type of informations, what type of information is given, and what we do, what type of items we are taking, debit side or credit side, that is very important. So these are the references given for your further study. So, and finally, you observing when the head office send goods to the branch at what price is very important. There are two types of prices. One is invoice price, another one is cost price. Invoice price is also called as inflated price or loaded price. So first you identify at what price the head office sends to goods. That type is very important. And since some problem when closing debtors is not given, even opening debtors is not given, and some informations are missing, even some problems closing debtors and closing cash are not given, even some problems closing debtors and closing cash at bank are not given. In that time we prepare. And finally, if any depreciation is given, any prepaid expenses are given, so that is to be considered carefully. And first we know the cost price or sales price. So if cost price, I made a crude method of passing, that is debiting the opening assets, the opposite entry crediting the opening liability, debiting the goods sent to branch, that is head office to branch, and crediting the goods sent to branch, that is branch to head office, and debiting the bank account, that is amount remitted to a branch, and crediting the bank account, that is amount remitted from branch to head office, and debiting the closing liability, and alternatively crediting the closing assets. And first total the credit side or debit side with those whichever is high. If the credit side is high, the debit side is the profit. If the debit side is high, the credit side is the loss. That loss or profit hand over to profit and loss account. So that informations we are kept in mind. And what type of method of accounting is very important. There are three types of method of accounting followed, but we followed only debtor system and final account system. Under the debtor system, the head office treats the branch office as a debtor. At the end of the accounting period, the head office prepare the branch account to ascertain the profit or loss. Thank you. Thank you very much.